Hello, I recently bought the DJI Mic 3, not only with its 2 transmitters and 1 receiver that it comes with, but I bought the extra kit that comes with 2 more transmitters. So 4 transmitters, 1 receiver, and I bought it for one specific purpose, to have quad sound. And the point of this video, because it's well known that you can do quad sound with that, but the point of this video is to confirm that if you have this with the full quad sound setup, it does work giving you quad sound into an iPhone 15 or later using the Blackmagic Camera App. So why make a video about that? Because when you look at the specs of the DJI thing and you go down to the bit about quad sound, there's a little asterisk by it on the DJI website, and in fact it gives you a warning on the unit itself saying quad sound is only supported with computers and a special Sony adapter for certain Sony cameras. There's nothing about it giving you quad sound on an iPhone. And I got in contact with DJI before I bought this, and I talked to their tech support. I said, look, the Blackmagic Camera App supports quad audio. Your thing supports quad audio. Will the two work together? They said, we don't know. And that's from DJI themselves. So I went to Blackmagic and I said, look, your app supports quad audio and the iPhone has a USB input and this thing puts out quad audio over USB. Will the two work together? They said, we don't know. So then I looked on YouTube for a video of someone who had plugged the quad setup DJI Mic 3 into an iPhone using the Blackmagic Camera App. And I could not find one. There may well be one, but I typed in all sorts of combinations into the search bar. Blackmagic, DJI Mic 3, quad, 4-channel. Nothing came up. Loads of people telling you how to configure this for 4-channel audio. Loads of people talking about how to go through the settings on the app. But I could not find anyone who had actually confirmed that the two would work together. So, in essence, that's what this video is. I have bought them. I have plugged the one into the other. I have tested it. And you do get quad audio in the Blackmagic Camera App from the DJI Mic 3, provided you've configured them both appropriately. So if that's all you needed to know, all you needed confirmation of, then job done. The rest of this video, I'm briefly going to show how you set that up for quad, how you set that up for quad, and also what my use case is, because you may well be thinking, well, why on earth do you even want 4-channel audio when you're just filming on an iPhone? I have a very specific use case for it, and maybe you have something like that as well. So first of all, setting it up, I'll start with the Blackmagic Camera App, because that's very easy. Here's my phone, and there is the Blackmagic Camera App. You go into Settings, and the third one down is audio. Now, obviously, at the moment, I don't have the DJI plugged in, so it's just set to the iPhone microphone, but it doesn't matter for the moment. Go down to record audio as, click that, and you have the options of mono, stereo, dual mono, or 4-channel. So select 4-channel, fine, back out of that. When you go back to the camera, you'll actually see your little audio monitoring on the camera app is now showing 4 channels. It's only giving me metering for 2 because again it's currently set to the iPhone microphone, which is just I'm not even sure it is stereo, dual mono probably, but the point is the app is now set so that if you plug 4 channels of audio into it, it will record 4 channels. We'll come back to that in a second. So then the DJI mic itself, you've got the 2 receivers in the pack, you've got the 2 extra receivers, transmitters, sorry. We'll gloss over the little warning it always comes up about trying to use the Mimo app. So there is the receiver, and you want to go into receiver settings, click that. At the moment you can see it set up for stereo audio. Press on that and you can toggle through this. I've gone from stereo to the next one, which is quad, and look, there's the little warning saying quad audio only supported on computers or certain Sony cameras with an adapter. But if you ignore that or press confirm, you get a little Q symbol, meaning this is now set up to do quad audio. So we'll back out of the menus and I will take the transmitters out and I'll turn the other couple on as well. Now I have already paired all the transmitters with the receiver. That's outside the scope of this video. There are hordes of videos telling you how to pair up your microphones and how to actually operate this thing. But I will just point out that with all 4 running on the screen, you can now see there are 4 channels, and it's got, if I tap them individually, you can can see they're all giving their individual outputs. So there we go. We've set this thing up to transmit quad audio or receive quad audio, and we've set the camera app to receive quad. Now, in terms of mounting this thing, as you can see, I've got the phone in a very simple hand grip, but it happens to have a little cold shoe on the top. So you can use the clip on the back of that to plug that into that. And then I have a little extension cable. You need the USB output thing that comes with the DJI Mic 3 plugged into the back of it. Then I've got a little right angle connector. Click that onto that and into the side of the iPhone. Click. Did that go in? Yes, I think it did. So now when we go back into the app and settings and choose audio source, we have wireless mic RX. So select that, back to the camera, and hopefully you can see on the screen all 4 channels are now showing up. So if I tap one of them, there's track 1, track 2, track 3, track 4. Thus we have quad audio from the DJI Mic 3 going into the Blackmagic Camera app. I have so far only tested this in a real world filming situation once. It worked 99% perfectly, but I did occasionally find the receiver was disconnecting itself from the camera. I don't think it's a problem with the receiver. I had a shorter 90-degree cable going into the phone, and I think it was so short that the phone case was meaning it couldn't quite plug in fully or something. I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt at the moment, so I have switched to a cable with a longer 90-degree adapter, which is actually a little bit more inconvenient in terms of holding this thing because it sticks out a bit too far. But it's usable. The point is, I don't think there's anything wrong with the phone or the receiver. It's just a matter of cabling. But once you've got it plugged in and the app is seeing the transmitter and all 4 channels, you now have your quad audio, and you can muck about with all the levels and things as you would expect to within the receiver. So we come finally to why on earth did I actually want quad audio when I'm just filming on the iPhone, for goodness sake? Surely stereo is plenty. Well, my main filming is on canal boats of the UK. I have another channel, Cruising the Cut, where I go around on my narrowboat or other people's narrowboats, and I go along the canals filming. So I'm doing B-roll, pointing the camera like this, and I wanted stereo sound because I have normally a camera on the bow of the boat with stereo sound, and when you cut back from that stereo to filming B-roll in mono, it just sounds a bit rubbish. And normally I've got a mic round my neck for me talking, and even if I've got another one somewhere, you're not really getting the stereo image. Do you see what I mean? So what I wanted was to have 2 mics stuck at the back of the boat, giving me left and right stereo for the B-roll that I'm filming from where I'm steering from, as well as a mic on me for when I'm doing my pieces to camera, as well as sometimes I have guests aboard and I want a mic on them as well. So we've got left and right for the stereo atmosphere, mic on me and a mic on the guest. 4 mics, quad audio. And this has finally given me the solution to do that, so that I can cut from shots on the bow camera, which has stereo audio, to B-roll on this, using the 2 channels from the mics placed on either side of the boat, to piece to camera from me, which is inherently mono because I am just one voice, but I can mix it with a little bit of the stereo sound from the mics using 3 of the channels, plus any interviewee I have guest aboard, I can get their audio and again mix it in with a little bit of the stereo atmos. So you've got this permanent stereo field as well as the 2 talking channels as well, and I can mix it with the footage from the bow camera, and it just doesn't give you that weird effect where you go from stereo to mono and back to stereo again, which was really jarring and has meant that up till now I've actually mixed most of my videos in mono because it was just too jarring to have that change from stereo to mono. So, bit waffly there, but I got the general point across. I think it works. So if you've got a DJI Mic 3 and you've got an iPhone with a USB input and the Blackmagic Camera app, you can have the full quad audio. It does work. Thank you for watching. Cheerio.